Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Reality Kingdom, where we put the real in reality or whatever, period, or whatever. We here.
We're here.
Here after
We're
the
here.
longest preseason ever.
Ever. I feel like it was literally ages, babe. Ages.
Mhm.
And now we're
Okay,
here.
Bowie, with the accent.
Oh, period. It's giving Australian, mate. It's giving. Honestly, Bowie is going to have me obsessing over that accent all summer, y'all. Y'all gonna get tired of me if I start switching it into an Australian accent, babes.
Babes.
Blame Bowie.
If you don't know, the cast of Big Brother 25 has dropped today.
Babe.
We got all the tea for you. We got all the tea for you, girl.
Period.
Let's get into this motherfucker. I'm so excited. Literally, the premiere. First of all, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe, like, because we're giving you all the content. We're giving you all the tea all motherfucking day.
Yes.
Period.
We're going live every Tuesday and Thursday night. BBTs, babe.
BBTs, babe. Every Tuesday, every Thursday, come here with TRK. We will be going live. We will be getting into all the tea or whatever, period. On Tuesdays, we usually recap the week. We rate the players. On Thursdays, right after the live eviction, come right here.
Period. Because we're going to be here.
Because we're going to be here. And we get somebody else to be here. That's simple. Period.
Honestly, that's simple. We're going to be serving. We're going to be
serving that simple, mate. Truly, babe. Boom. We can get to this motherfucking cast because this cast dropped. I mean, there's nothing else to say, but the cast dropped and we need to get into it.
The cast is dropped. Let's get into motherfucking to it.
Let's get into motherfucking tea,
Let's get into motherfucking to it, babe.
Okay. Y'all, the cast looks very, very interesting.
It does.
Boom. This is the cast. This is the motherfucking cast.
A lot of the insiders, they were dropping the tea on Twitter before. Like they was like, basically, it was giving diverse. Like looking at it, you get the diverse feeling, which I feel like I definitely see here. Like it just looks like, I don't know.
It just looks new.
Different. Like very fresh. Like we've got some like some first time.
A lot of first time
archetypes. Our first Punjabi house guest, our first woman over 60 years old playing the game.
This is the oldest woman to ever play, the second oldest person to ever play.
It's Jerry.
This season.
This season in general is the top 4 of the oldest average cast. It's like down there with like BB2s and BB3s. So I feel like, I don't know, with the theme giving like a celebration of all the seasons, like this multiverse thing, like they really went back, like even with the casting. Like I feel like this might be a nasty summer, babes. A nasty summer. I'm excited. I really am.
One of the first things we noticed was the fact that, and this is what we wanted. Me and Lee, we talked about off the podcast all the time. We were like, we want multiple, darker skinned Black people, dark skinned women. Period, especially after the colorism, let's be honest, from last season. So the fact that we got 3 brown/dark skinned women in this season, it was like
and in total, just four Black people,
four Black
people. I'm actually really, really excited. Now I'm not fearful of only 4 Black people. Like I said, with the diverse rule, I knew it couldn't give 6 every season. Honestly, I wasn't hoping it'd be 6 every season because I don't want that target on every Black person to go into the game. However, one Black man, I'm not gonna lie, one Black man, I was like, the only one, because it just feels like we do get a lot of the stereotypical white male. Like,
let's just be honest. We have 5 straight, from what we know, white men, and only 1 Black man, and it's like, and even just the same.
And they didn't even need to be Black. I mean, I would have loved another Asian, an East Asian, an Indian.
Why is there 5 white men? It's just weird. I don't like that at all.
Yeah, and I'm hoping, like I said, what Big Brother has tried to do is, since the 50% rule, even though they still push in majority white, they try to make them diverse in personality, and I get that. Like, I don't think Luke or Matt is going to be powerhousing in the alliance. I don't feel like Corey is going to be some big alpha bro that they can't get out. So, and I think that is a positive. Like, in general, I feel like there's a lot of inclusivity and diversity with just the personalities. Not so much the race, but the personality.
it sucks because this is my problem with the cast, and has been even throughout these through last three casts that which were diverse, is that they shove a lot of the diversity within the same eight people. So the oldest house guest is also a black woman. So it's like she has three things going for her that are diverse, that I feel like y'all could have spread that out some more. We have a Muslim house guest this season. He is the oldest man. It's like, okay, he's also gay. It's like, okay, why are y'all shoving it all in one thing when you have three seemingly straight, from what we know, white men, five white men who are all straight, allegedly. One of those people could have been older. One of those people could have been gay. One of those people could have been something else. And it's like, y'all just have them all kind of have way more similarities with each other. And then everyone else is so spread out with the similarities. It's just not fair. None of these women are alike. None of these women are alike at
They
all.
get good with the women casting.
And then five of the men are damn near the same person, or very at least, and even not all five, at least two, and it's two is already too much because none of the women are the same, and it's slightly an unfair advantage. It slightly is.
And I was also saying as well, because I really do like that this is a more older skewed cast, but I really hope that they go all in on the equitable comps this season. Like I tweeted earlier, like if you're gonna cast a 63-year-old woman, there's no way y'all expect her to be hanging from a wall every other goddamn week. That's not realistic. Like, I'm hoping because this is like the multiverse, we're going back in time, Court of Theme, that they bring back some of those equitable comps that we saw from seasons like 1 up until I would say about 10. Like 11-ish, 12, I feel like there was a shift, and then it fully went into it around the 16 era. Because like, and ever since then, they've just been so much physical competitions. Like there's literally a veto where you just have to race. Are we going to expect Miss Felicia to, at 63 years old, 2 times retired, to be competing with a gold Olympiad? So that's where I'm getting. That's where I'm going to get really, really annoyed. Like they really need to go all in on making these equitable. We need higher or lower. We need time endurance competitions. We need pressure cooker, things that all of these people can win. I think of BB10, one of the best seasons of all time. We have Jerry and Rennie who are able to win competitions because they're so equitable. I think Jerry had like 2 vetoes, bitch. 2 HOHs. Like he had a chance
Rennie
to
won
win.
an HOH.
A lot of people respect competition wins, no matter what your archetype is. People respect competition. So if an older player like Felicia is in this game, and she's able to win because the comps are more equitable, she gets a little bit more respect as regards to just being painted as a floater because we just assume she can't win anything. So that's why I'm really hoping that, like I said, it's just a little bit more equitable. I don't want no hanging comps unless it's the wall type shit. Like I want things that anybody can walk in there and just win.
Yeah, I fully agree. It's definitely necessary. It really just wouldn't be fair. That's the thing with and that maybe that's why they used to not get older castmates, because they knew they were going to be playing in their face and having 80 million hanging around comps. But now that y'all did it, and it's the 25th season, I'm expecting the competitions to be throwbacks or at least just equitable. And they were being a little bit more equitable last season, which is why we got different types of
period. And I will stand.
Yeah. Do I expect? Not necessarily. It's just I don't know. And people, let's get into the relatives. People are commenting about the relatives. Now, Jared Fields, the black man, is
Cerie son of Cerie Fields. Bitch, and I woke up this morning, people was telling me that Cerie was on. Don't move me like that. I was like, what? Because I remember she said she would love to play Big Brother, so I was for the gag. Yeah. But I'm happy it's her son. Yeah. He looks just like her. Like he got her entire face. Yeah. I'm interested to see what it's going to give. I'm pretty sure like he has training. Bryce Isaiah posted up with him. Big D posted up with him. I'm assuming that he got a lot of knowledge going into the game. I mean, Cerie Fields is his mother. Like that's the mother. You know?
Literally. Also, Corey. His name is Corey Werdenberger. He is Zach Werdenberger's brother.
Survivor 42.
Zach from Survivor 42. He went home first.
Was it first?
Early. He went home
very early.
And this is his brother. And it's like he kind of ate that. I mean, they family on there. So that's something he's very
he's fucking with the Werdenbergers, bitch. And it seems like it's definitely like intentional. Like I don't think that like him being Cerie's son, like that's huge. Like no shade to Zach. but I don't think they would just cast Corey because Zach was on Survivor. So it
Yeah,
feels like that might be somehow part of the twist. I feel like
yeah,
Judy's going to mention
multiverse,
it.
and we
Yeah.
accidentally broke the past, and boom, 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 boom. So I think that's what that is.
These are like the second and third siblings since Willie and BB14. We know how Willie Hance turned out. Headbutting Joe the Chef and shit. So, the Survivor siblings need to get their redemption, and I think they're going to do it. I have high hopes for Jared and Corey, honestly.
Period. Yeah, overall, I think the cast, I am very interested in the cast. I think it's a lot of different personalities. I think, like, the only ick I had was really just the four very similar men, in my opinion, white men. But other than that, I think they did really, really good with the casting. There's still some improvements they can do. Do we need all 8 white people, or can we really just spread that diversity over? Hey, that's just my opinion, I guess. Maybe I mean nothing to them.
It does always feel like we're missing something. Like we have an East Asian woman, but no South Asian representation, really.
Right.
No, I love that we have our first
didn't get a trans. We didn't even get a non-binary. From what I've understood. So it's like there's just a lot of things, and once again, they're just all stuffed in kind of the same people because it's just the queer representation. We got a lot of them were other minority groups, like they were either women or they were gay, and it's like I don't know. I mean,
we have a long way. We do, but at the same time, I mean, it's a different. So far, like I feel like initially on first
Punjabi is South Asian. Jag is South Asian.
Oh, okay, that's South Asian.
Yeah,
okay, well that's great. So I don't really know all the specifics of that. So I love that then. In general, though, I feel like on the first look, though, I feel like everyone kind of like for the first 3 seasons, it's like I feel like 23 we got a big surplus of like African American contestants, and then in 24 they threw a lot of honestly biracial contestants in. And I feel like this one, it's like it's more. I feel like I don't know. I just feel like there's shifting of who they're representing more in the seasons.
Yeah, there's definitely different types because we have a Muslim. We have a Muslim in this season. He's Egyptian and Muslim. We have a Punjabi. We have Black people. We have an East Asian girl. So we do have multiple different types. I just hate that we're still sticking at 8 because you can't get. They literally could get, instead of 5 straight white men, they could have gotten another East Asian male or a Latino male. Because we also have a Latina. It's like we could have gotten a little bit more, an indigenous person. They could have taken the place of some of these just same archetypes we kind of get. But hey, we're here. We're queer. We're ready to get in gear. Boom. Anything else about the overall cast?
I'm just really excited to see him play.
I'm excited. I'm here.
I don't know where this season is going to go at all. I'm excited to see who's gonna mesh with who, because honestly, I just feel like a lot of these people are unique in their own ways. And I think honestly, like from the initial interviews that we got, like the Mike Bloom interview, the Sharon Tharp interviews and things like that, it felt like these are a lot of individualistic people who have their own self-interest. And I think that's going to make for a very fun season. If they are bringing equitable comps back, like, baby, this might be an all-timer, bitch. Like, honestly.
Yeah, literally. Boom! I'm excited. We can get into the drafts if you want to get into the draft.
We can get to the draft, y'all.
Because when we get into the drafts, we'll talk a little bit more about each individual person. So, boom! I'm ready.
Yeah, and I have a lot of opinions. So.
I'm ready. Do I have another thing? No, that's it about the whole guys. Let's get into it, girl. Boom. Okay, y'all. Before we get into the drafts, disclaimer. One thing about me, I'm Pharaoh. One thing about me is I'm a lose a draft. I have not won a draft in 5 years. No exaggeration. And we've been doing it for 10.
What's the rating? What's the overall rating? The overall rating is, hold on, I got it. 19 to 10, y'all. 19 to 10. I have won with, just to name a few, Cody in All Stars 2, Misha in Celebrity 3, Kevin BB Can 10, Marianne, Taylor, Gabler, Ty, and Jam Jam.
So the last 9.
I forgot Jam Jam won. Period.
Shout out to Jam Jam. Oh, guys. So if you want to root for an underdog, root for me.
Uh-huh.
I am #the underdog because baby.
Oh, someone said this. I like this comment.
What they said?
I do feel this.
Put it up.
Seems
She's
like
like
the
the
most
most
normal step people,
normal
no
step.
couches and all
I do
that.
see that. Girl, I will say, I went into all their Instagram. I looked for all of their social media. A lot of them, I just couldn't find it, which is honestly a positive. Or when I found it, they weren't just social media famous. The most famous person was the dude with the beard who was like Donnie. And it's like,
Yeah.
okay, if you're giving the most famous on social media, then baby, we got a cast. So I love that. They seem like real people. Even like Matt, the surfer dude, Matt, he's deaf. Shout
He's
out to the
deaf.
representation
I
for
like ate that
for
up. I
disabled
love that.
people. I love that. So shout out to them because that's the thing. And I will say about that, they did get representation with him. And we could just get a lot more because we need Luke / Kyle 2.0.
Did we?
I don't think we did. But
Who's
y'all,
telling podcast, period.
we could
You
get
know,
period.
they
Not
see,
leave the
they see.
They're so jealous. They're so
They see.
sick of me. I just feel like everyone hates me. Okay, but no,
I mean,
for real,
y'all. Honestly, I want y'all to root for Pharaoh because at this point,
it would be boring to root for the winner. It's like rooting for.
But at this point, you have to pick good. Like, it's not my fault. It's not like you're picking terribly. Your first pick in last year's draft was Daniel.
He was Superman. What you want me to say? He was at the time. You act like I just knew the future. If I could gaze into the future,
I could gaze into the future.
Then,
I knew
the
Taylor
draft
was
would be
winning
a breeze.
and
If I could gaze into the future, the draft would be a breeze. But I just can't.
Go right. And it's not that easy.
But this time, this is what I said to y'all. I say this all the time. I just say something. I say something new every time. This time, baby, it's giving vibes. If I felt
Pharaoh gotta come up with an excuse every year.
It's just honestly, I have to come up with a different method every year. I just can't do the same thing. I'm gonna just keep losing. So y'all, it's just giving vibes. I'll just start it off. Let's get into it. The last year, if I went with my heart, Taylor Hill would have got picked first, and I didn't go with my heart. But this year, baby, it's giving. If you got heart and soul, you could be McCole.
I hate you.
Because that's
not McCole.
Fuck, I'm pissed.
That's the mother. McCole is mother.
McCole, Mother Hayes.
And guess what? Hold on. Because Knuckles usually do well in Big Brother.
It's the Cole of it all.
From McCole.
It's the Cole of it all.
Mm-hmm.
I love McCole.
Sister will be winning.
I love McCole. McCole she seems very intelligent. She had information about the season. I don't know if she's a super fan, but she knew Xavier, she knew Taylor, she knew Brittany, she knew Janelle. She said she wanted to play a lot like a mixture between all of them. She said she wanted to be very strategic. She said she wanted to play like a politician. She said, I'm going to go in the game and I'm going to be political, and I'm going to play like a politician. And it's like, that's just really the way you need to play Big Brother. The fact that she was inspired by winners like Taylor and Xavier made me feel really good about her. She was a great age for the game. She's mature, I feel, enough to be confident in herself. You can see the confidence in her. And I feel like that helps a lot, especially when it comes to perception, how people might want to maybe vote her in the end. All of this. I really like her. And I feel like this cast as overall can fit really good with McCole because it had a lot of people who I felt like she could either relate to, whether because she was in the same age range, she was the same race. Like, I think the Black people gonna link up a little bit. And I also can see the women linking up a little bit in this cast. Honestly, yes. I think they all have
a lot of the women personality seems very strong and ready to play. And she's one of the big ones. She literally says she plans to play like a politician. She says specifically, she gonna shake your hand, kiss your baby, smile in your face, and when you least expect it, stab you in the motherfucking back. McCole is coming. She's a political consultant. I think that she's also been in pageants. I think Miss DC USA.
She's at top 10. I think top 10
like,
she made it.
Usually people who work in politics work in the pageant field. Like, they are very sociable. They know how to sell. They know how to market. And she just feels like someone that is going to honestly be creating alliances, creating relationships intentionally. Like when she mentioned Tiffany, Xavier, Brittany, Janelle, I see it, and then a little bit of Tyra Banks because the face card is there, baby. I see it. I freaking see it, bro. Like, I think winner pick, maybe.
Maybe I did something good for once.
They gonna let a Black woman win again, though.
That's the only. But I'm not trying to think about that. Shit, I didn't think Taylor. I literally didn't think a Black person could win last season. So I was like, not doing that again. Clearly, we're good at the game. Lee, who was your first pick? I'm actually nervous, y'all.
This was a hard one He was actually not my first picked,
Okay.
but when Pharaoh told me he was gonna pick McCole, I was like, well, let me switch it up. So I'm gonna pick Haisam.
Oh.
Now, this might be an interesting pick for some people because if you've seen the clip that we posted on our Twitter page, TRK, from the Entertainment Weekly video, he had a very specific strategy. I think it could be compared to Daniel Reyes and Jason and BB2. He literally said that he wants to go into the game, find an ally who is mentally stable and conscious to be his ride or die. He wants them to split the house together and they want to be able to ride the middle. Now, I think the big issue with those, like, you cannot predict Big Brother in that way. Like he said, he has a full thought out strategy basically for going in, and Big Brother is honestly just way too unpredictable. I think a positive with Haisam is that he is clearly a fan of the game. The way he speaks about the game is, very, I just feel like I'm optimistic on it. Like he seems like he has the tools to be able to do it. He seems physically fit. He seems very social. He seems really likable. So I feel like unlike some super fans or fans who go in and have these strategies, I feel confident that he can really enact that. I feel confident that he can win competitions. I feel confident that he can really be socially well. I think my biggest downside is how statistical and intellectual he comes across. Like literally in the interview with Mike Bloom, he was speaking like in numbers. I was getting confused. Like he literally said, I have it written down. He wants to be in Big Brother because he works with older adults every day, and you are not guaranteed another day. If you have to live to be 100 years old, you only get 36,500 days to live, and most people only live into their 70s, which is around 27,000 days. And I wanted to make sure that every day I lived mattered and counted. And I love that, honestly. I think he gave some of the best answers, but it scares me. I think it could be a threat. I think people honestly might get scared of him and want to target him. But I see him bonding with a lot of people in this cast. I just feel like a lot of people could be attracted to his personality. The gays usually eat. Y'all like to drag Big D, but baby, he got that check second place. The gays go far. So I'm pretty confident he's Muslim as well, Muslim representation, also LGBT. I'm really excited for Haisam. I'm being optimistic.
The girls is dragging you in the
dragging.
Now, the thing is, I had Haisam high on my list too, so I'm not too mad. I wasn't so negative about him, but I do think the particularness in which he wanted to play, it seemed kind of a little fishy. Like, you're that particular. Like, did you? It was very specific, and that was like my only like qualm. But honestly, I kind of agree. I think he just might naturally relate to some of these people here. I don't think he's gonna do that bad. I don't think he's as bad as people are thinking, but shit. I mean, I guess I hope he is, since you're picking him on your draft. Honestly,
he giving second boot, y'all. Y'all think he giving second boot?
They're not down for it.
They giving pre-jury.
He does. He looks amazing. He looks amazing.
Y'all think pre-jury, y'all?
They're not living.
I feel like I saw it, but then like I just got into more of the content. Like I saw it off that initial video, but when I got into more of the content, I was like, he has the potential. Like, does it not seem like he can pull it off to y'all? Like usually. Like honestly, another person in this cast, it was given. Girl, can you pull that off at all? I don't know. I think Haisam can.
I think it was given. Honestly, I think they're underestimating him. I think he's going to do better than people expect. But I guess I can also see it now that they're saying it. They're kind of shoving it down my throat.
There's a higher chance he's going to win because my team usually has a winner.
Okay. My next pick. Now, y'all, this is a rare thing for me to pick this gender so early. But
yeah. Sarah did not like choosing men.
I don't, but this time, I'm going by vibes. I had to do it. Boom. Oh, this on your side. It should be on my side.
Damn.
I'm gonna pick Jared.
He was my. I switched him with Haisam. I would have picked Jared first, but I switched him with Haisam. So did I regret that? Maybe.
I will say I'm mostly picking Jared because even though his interview questions didn't seem so. And like it didn't seem as if he was going to be that good. I just can't help but believe that he was coached by his mother, Sari. His mom is Sari Fields from Survivor, who is arguably the best player, period, ever in Survivor.
In reality TV history.
Yeah, in reality TV history. And she won the Traders. So Jared has insight on how to play a strategy game from his literal mother. I'm sure he's seen the show before. If not, he's at least seen Survivor, and knowing a strategy game is going to help, in my opinion. I think regardless. So that's, and he says he's seen Big Brother. He says he's a fan. So
Yeah,
I think
he's a
that's
big
going to help him
fan.
too. And regardless, he's been, if he, and that's the thing, even if Sari coached him and she doesn't know about Survivor, Sari has Big Brother fans. She definitely called him up and said, "Girl, what's tea?" And they
Yeah.
definitely gave him the tea. So
We
I'm
saw
pretty
him
sure Jared.
pictures with Bryce Isaiah, Big D. I'm pretty sure. I mean, he should have talked to Tiffany on his way in.
Mhm.
Like,
I definitely think he has some conversations with people. He has the connects, honestly. But
mm-hmm.
Even if not, I think he honestly, the reason I wanted to pick him other than that is the connections in the game. Let me pull up the cast again real quick, because
Yeah.
I feel like this is how I feel. When I saw Jared, I was like, I think he can relate well to someone like Jag. Is his name Jag?
Jag. Mm-hmm.
Someone like Jag, I feel like he can relate to, and I feel like he can relate to the black people, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of people. Also, someone like Blue. Blue is someone I feel like he can relate to if it came to romantic inquiries, Blue, or even America, or even Kirsten. And I'm like, he has a lot of options, I feel, when it comes to who he could relate to when it in this cast. And I'm like, honestly, he has a lot of connects. Plus, Corey is a relative of a Survivor player.
Yeah.
He is a relative of a Survivor player. If Corey knows of him, or if they figure that out, that could be another connection. So honestly, when it comes to people who might have a lot of connections, he was someone I was thinking, honestly, he could just be good. A lot of the times, men who have just honestly a chill personality are able to ingratiate themselves very easily. And I feel like he might qualify as that. But honestly, I mean, you really never know. But this is how I feel. Going with him. How you feel?
No, I agree. I think he said a lot of good things in his interview. He mentioned having no showmance, which I kind of hate because I really do want him to showmance Kirsten a little bit. They're both the same age. That would be cute, a black showmance. But he said a lot of good things. He doesn't want to win too many comps. He wants to lower his threat level. He wants to be fluid and adapt. Like, it was just a lot of great things. And the fact that we know that he is literally the son of Sari Fields makes me feel like he's going to be able to back it up with the strategy. I would just like to be able to see it. Because I think that is one of the bigger things. Like, he's Sari's son, you know? So I can't wait to see him kind of like grow into his own Big Brother legacy. Like, what is he fully going to give?
Yeah, I agree. Who is your next pick?
My next pick is Jag.
Okay, period.
I really like Jag. I feel like from watching, I don't know how much of a fan he is. He seems like I don't know. I personally, I got casual.
He's definitely a fan, because on his Instagram,
okay,
one of his friends commented, "Ooh, finally you can stop pretending to play and actually play."
Okay.
So he not only is he a fan, apparently he pretends to play the game sometimes.
Okay, well, period. And I really have high hopes for him, because a lot of the things he mentioned is about being sociable. He kind of wants to play up being a little bit dumb so people will trust him. And I don't know, honestly, I liked his personality. He really seems like someone that a lot of people are going to want to gravitate towards. I feel like if there's a power structure that's being built, he could just slide right into it. He seems like a good fit for competitions in the game. I also love overall, like I said, he's the first Punjabi house guest. Like, that representation for so many people in the world, finally getting to see that on their favorite show, it would be great. He met Brent from BB23. Yes. So clearly he is a fan. So that's really exciting. I feel like he's someone that has that personality that a lot of people are going to be able to get along with. And as long as he finds himself in the correct group, he can really make it to the end. I will say, if there is a con, I don't know, because sometimes overly social players really don't know how to turn on the strategy when necessary. He may not even need to. This could just be a fully social game, and he can make it to final two and win. But I don't really know what it's going to give if he does need to bring in the strategy, because I feel like from the information he gave us, like, he says that he is a genius. So clearly he sees himself as a very smart person. But if he's playing under the radar, he's playing airheaded, will that come across in the house? Like, it's sometimes people don't get respect by playing dumb, but if he plays too smart, then what's going to happen? Is he going to be targeted? You never really know. But that's really only the strategic mind. That's the only thing I got that fit strategy to me, was that he says he's a genius. He didn't say anything about like creating alliances or plans to the end, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just, we don't have much to go off of.
Yeah. I agree. And Jag is the first Punjabi and the first Sikh house guest. And Sikhism is a religion. I had to look it up, girl. I don't know anything, but you got to educate yourself. So I love
Period.
that.
Period.
And that's why he wears his turban. So it's like, this is really a lot of representation for a lot of people. I love that they
Yeah,
casted
like
him.
he's wearing a turban. Like, I mean, I've
No,
never seen that
literally, like,
really on
that's kind of a
American
gas.
television. Like,
And then I feel like for him, I heard him mention a lot about wanting to play hard. He said he wanted to play big moves, and he's clearly a fan. He said a lot of good things, but also I was scared. I was like, okay, he wants to play dumb. Is that going to lead to him not being active enough? He said he wants to play big moves. Is that going to lead to him making a move without fully thinking it out, fully strategizing it out? But overall, I think I did like him a lot. And I think in this cast, he would get along well with a lot of the dudes. And I don't see the women necessarily not like him either. I think he'd get along well with a lot of the women. I kind of see like a vague energy. I can see an energy with him and Jared, and then even some of the girls, Blue, all linking up. I can see a good link up between a few of these people and him being included. I think if there is an alliance going to be made, I don't see why he wouldn't be included. He's athletic. He plays like he does marathons. He plays football and stuff. I saw on his Instagram. So it's like he could win some of these comps too. He could be somebody who can win an early HOH, and I think that's going to help set him up too. So I think he's going to be good. And honestly, I think it was a good pick. I had him high too on my list. So I'm not mad about him. Like it a lot. My next pick is, who is my next pick? Okay.
Let me see if you have this person high.
I don't think it's gonna be
literally everyone on the screen. These are my top 4. These are literally my top 4.
Lee gonna be gagged in a bad way. My next pick is, if I can find the name, it's Bowie, child. Where's she at?
Bowie. She was number 11 out of 16 for me.
Interesting. I liked Bowie because I felt like Bowie had a good strategy. She said that she wanted to build an alliance early on. She wanted to either be a part of or build an alliance early on. She wanted to lay low, and then in the end game kind of pick it up. I feel like this is a season where someone like Bowie could actually succeed because of the age range being a little bit higher. I actually do see Bowie relating to a lot of people, or being able to relate to people who some other people might not be able to. Because in this cast, I feel like she can relate a lot to a lot of the girls, honestly. Oh my God, they're gagging me. Okay, honestly, I think y'all are tripping. I think y'all are wrong on this one. She's a fan of the game. She had a great strategy. We'll see.
I think this is how I felt, and the chat agrees. I just feel like it gave surface level. I'm from Australia. I watched Australian Survivor, Big Brother, and now I'm in America. Kind of like Indy from last year. It was like Indy was a fan of the Brazilian version, and now that she's in the US, they kind of typecasted her. I do feel like that's kind of what this is. She has this great Australian accent. She's a DJ, and she's on the older side of the cast. So I think there's a lot of interesting things about her personality. I'm excited to see it. I think she's going to be a very social player. I just don't know if she is going to be able to work the nuances of the game. And that's really my thing. I don't know if she fully understands you as the Big Brother. Because the thing she was saying, like, I want to be in big and small alliances, is a numbers game. Those things are true, but that's also, I just think, Big Brother 101, you know? But we'll see. I don't really know much. I don't know what she's gonna give. I can see her lasting in the game, being a potential coaster, maybe a floater if she is going to be intentionally jumping from these alliances that she want to be in. But it didn't seem like she just knew enough about US Big Brother, honestly. She mentioned like intruders coming in, which is a very much Australian twist. So I mean, I don't know. Like I said, it's giving me indie vibes where she kept mentioning Brazilian Big Brother and didn't know shit about US.
She's gonna give. I already know it, and it's gonna give winner. Okay.
Someone said they're all giving pre-jury material. I feel like I see that.
No, and I saw that in a tweet. Someone was like, honestly, anybody of these could be the first boot. And I think that's why I like the cast, because it kind of does give that. It's kind of like who's gonna win this game. But who you got next?
My next pick is Corey.
Really?
Yes, Mr. Wurtenberger. I'm
Interesting.
picking Corey because he said he's a huge fan. He's a super fan. He's one of the only people in this cast that is claiming to be so. We have
Yeah.
confirmation that from Zach Wurtenberger, that he is a live feeder. He's a huge fan. He also has apparently watched Cerie's season with the family visit several times, so there's a slight chance he could know Jared. I do think they need to somehow figure out that they're both Survivor siblings to come together, because I think they're two of the bigger, more game-oriented people in the house. He's
Mm-hmm.
young. He mentioned wanting to lower his threat level. And if not win the first HOH, he wants to come off of basically as someone that can be used in the game. Like, oh, I'm your younger brother. I don't know how this works. Teach me how to do this. What's a veto? That's what it gives to
Mm-hmm.
me. And honestly, I think his personality is charismatic enough to make that happen. I think the only thing that can mess him up is if he kind of gives me a vibe that he might crack a little bit, that he could start overthinking and still start like spiraling about the game itself. A lot of super fans we see go in and do that. I kind of can see that for him. I'm not going to lie, but I also see the
Mm-hmm.
upside of him being a really great social player and an adaptable player. So, and like I said, I mean, I think this far, I mean, we're 25 seasons in. Being a super fan is a really good thing. Like, knowing the
Yeah.
nuances and the twists and turns that this game can go through is a very good thing. So, I mean, I have hope. I do.
I had Corey at the bottom of my list. He was 14.
Oh,
He was 14. I
this
didn't
is
think
where you
highly of him
lose,
at.
baby.
I hated everything he said,
Oh my
honestly.
God. Someone said Lee women exist too. He took McCall.
I did take McCall. I honestly everything he said, I felt I didn't like. He said that he wanted to pretend to be kind of stupid and to teach me this and teach me that, and I find that that strategy doesn't really work that well in these types of games from past evidence, honestly. And I didn't like that at all. He said he wanted to lay low. He didn't want to really do too much. He wanted to pretend to not know anything. And it's like, you have to be active. And he kind of gave that he might get wrapped up in trying to be this kind of persona to diminish his threat level instead of being an active player. And especially at the beginning. And he said he wanted to do it at the beginning. It's like at the beginning, you need to be making alliances. He didn't say much about making an alliance, wanting to get in an alliance. So I
And
didn't
that's the
like the
thing. He
things he said
doesn't.
about his strategy
He doesn't give me that type of player though. He gives me the type of player that like is just going to be able to
and
kind
get
of like
left out of the alliance.
slide in. Huh?
And he gives the type of player to get left out of the main alliance, which
You
is why I
think
was like,
so?
ooh, definitely. He's honestly the archetype that happens. But he could be a different type of, especially in the new age type of season. I see it for him. But and that's the thing about this cast. I have people low, but I can still see anybody winning. I can see Corey winning.
Yeah,
But I can see
I
almost
honestly
everyone
think
winning.
any person this season, especially like I said, if the comps are equitable, any person this season probably could win. I don't really have much information, and they all look like. I mean, this guy could go either way. I think this is going to be a very cracked season, really.
Yeah, I agree. So it was cute. I don't know. I just didn't have that many hopes for him. But the chat was like, okay, he's a great pick. So maybe he's a great pick. You know, I don't be knowing nothing.
I
I don't know
mean,
anything. Also, in this cast, I didn't see where Corey would fit in. I didn't see where Corey would fit in this cast. Because when I was looking at it, I was like, okay,
that's
I think some of the boys who might fit in with some of the girls are Jag and Jared. And then the boys who might link up with each other are like Cameron, Luke, Matt. And I was like, where would Corey go, really? So I was like, ooh, I don't know if he can really fit in. But
oh my God, why the chat is dragging me, y'all? I swear I
they
have
dragging both
more.
of us. I picked somebody
I
they
swear
dragged
I
you
have
somebody they
women
dragged.
on my list. He took one of them. McCall was my first choice,
You only
literally.
have one.
Baby, I have more coming.
Okay, perfect. My next pick is ooh, it's out of
I
these two
thought you were gonna
people.
pick one of my girl picks.
I'm not. I was, but I didn't have a girl. So my next pick, where he at? I gotta find him.
Okay.
Boom. Cameron.
Okay. Oh, he's middle of my list. Middle of my list.
Okay, Cameron. Hold on. I picked Cameron. I picked Cameron because he is also a super fan. Honestly,
Yes.
he's a super fan. He said
Very
he's been
passionate
watching.
about the game.
He said he's been watching for forever. He's so glad he's been able to play. He was literally about to jump out of his. Well, it's weird because
You
he
know, it was
wasn't
like
going
he
to
was
jump out of his
brought to.
seat.
He was almost like he was gonna be brought to tears, like talking about the
Yes, he was gonna
game. Like,
cry. He was literally gonna cry. And that's really my main reason. Him being a super fan is why I was very excited because he also seems like he knew what he was planning to do. He said he didn't want to. He said, I can't play not hard enough. And that's what I think Corey's downfall is going to be. Cameron was like, I can't just not do anything because then I can get fucked up. So I need to play middle of the road. I can't play too hard and I can't play too soft. I need to play middle of the road. And I think that's not generic. You know, I think generic will be one of the others. So him knowing he needed to play middle of the road, it kind of showed me that he is probably actually a super fan. So that gave me hope, but I was still like unsure. I don't know, something about his answers, it just gave me an uncertainty, which is why he wasn't so high up. But I still like that he was a super fan. I do.
He reminds me of Jonathan and BB Can 11.
Jonathan and BB Can 11.
Big John. Like he was a
I see that. I do see that.
He was a family man, very nice, sweet man. Yeah. And like it's just he was not like cutthroat enough for the game. I don't think Cameron fully gives me that. Like I do think he'll be able to make moves when he needs to because you're a super fan. Like there's no way you've been applying for this game, getting that emotional about it, and you're not gonna come in and try to win it all. Yeah. I don't really know. He's someone else. I don't really know where he fits in this cast, honestly. I can't honestly now that we're talking about him, I can see him kind of linking up with Corey a bit. Because they are two super fans.
That's kind of the only person I feel like he can relate to. Unless maybe like a because he's not an alpha E type of guy. Yeah. So maybe like a non-alpha type of girl, maybe he can link up with too. Maybe an older person. Because how old was Cameron? I don't know how old he was. He was 30 something.
Cameron is 34, and that's 34. The thing. Cameron's 34, and then Corey is 21. So it's like I was saying this off the podcast earlier. Like honestly, the older house guests probably need to stick together a little bit more. Yeah. Like maybe he might need to stick with Bowie. Yeah. Miss Felicia. You know, Hassam, which I can honestly see as well because hey, Hassam is a fan and Cameron's a fan. Also, though, is Cameron gonna put himself because he said one of the things he wants to lie about is being a super fan. I don't see Cameron necessarily putting himself out there in a way of being like
he said he doesn't want to lie. He said I'm not going to lie about being a fan. I'm just gonna not say I'm a super fan. Mm-hmm. He said I'm gonna tell them I'm a fan and I've seen every season, but I'm not gonna show them the line between I'm a fan and seen every season and super fan. Which I think is like he's intentionally planning to say I'm a fan, just not a super fan, which is kind of why I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. That was interesting. But yeah, I see what you're saying. He still got to put his out there. Boom. Who your next pick? Will Lee
My next pick is America. Yeah! I love America, y'all. I love America. So she says she is a super fan. I believe that she's a super fan because when she's talking about the game, she seems really excited to get in there and play. Like she said, she's been wanting to play since 10 or 11. And she's mentioning like certain competitions, like she's mentioning wanting to win the wall. Now, I did peep someone say like you're not a super fan unless she watched live feeds. Now, yeah, I don't know if she watched live feeds, but it does seem like she kind of understands what it takes to win. Like she said, she wants to lay low. She wants people to underestimate her. She mentioned like cooking in the house, flirting around, but she still will lie. She still plans to backstab because she loves the game. She wants to play the game that she has watched people play for years. Now, because the cast the way it is, I don't really know where she fits either. And I would love to see what she's saying play out in the house. Now, a lot of times the preseason question answers do not give what gives in the house. But I don't know. I feel like I see something for America because she's a little bit old. She looks really young, but she's on the older side. She's 27, not older side, but like she's in that range of people who usually she's in that range of people who usually can win the game. And then she's a Latina and she has an Ivy League degree. So I don't know. I feel like she could be a sleeper hit. What y'all thinking?
I kind of agree with you. I like America.
We want it, but please.
America. Period. America was in the same range for me. I was gonna pick her around this area too. I really like her. I do think she was a good pick, especially around this time, because she says she was a super fan. Street saying they don't think she is. I think
everyone's giving coach and rehearse. Now some I agree.
I do agree. I liked America's answer. It seemed like she had an awareness of the game a little bit outside of just pretending. So I liked it. I think this is a good pick. I don't got a problem with it. I don't know where anyone's going to fit in this cast at all, honestly. This is going to be an interesting season, for real. For real. Boom.
I can see her maybe with Riley. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. Hopefully not, honestly. Who am I going to pick next?
If anyone's going to be, I can see her being in the showmans, but the gag is with who?
Literally. Okay.
It's getting hard.
It's getting a little hard. I'm going to pick. I wonder if she'll pop up. It's a girl, y'all. You know me. Blue bitch.
Period. Blue Kim.
Blue Kim.
Y'all, Blue Kim is coming to serve in the Big Brother house.
She is. Now,
It's definitely give. Oh, you go. She your pick.
I don't know. Right, period. I don't know. I don't know if she's gonna give strategy, but hopefully she can learn. I liked Blue personality wise,
Not
and
the chat going up for Blue.
it seemed like her first of all, it's alleged that she was a last minute replacement.
Yeah.
We can kind of tell because in all of her interviews, she's standing up, everybody sit down and die. So I do think she was last minute, and I think that affected the way she was answering her questions. It gave very, like I'm happy to be on. But I think she can have a little bit more intelligence than what we've seen, and that's why I'm like, okay, I kind of don't know about her, so I'll put her in this area. I have hope for her because of the cast. I think of almost everyone, Blue has the potential to be able to relate to a lot of people. She's kind of like a Gen Z-ish, but I think she's 25, and that's the most equal age. Most people have the age 25 in this cast. I think Blue can relate to a lot of the women. She's a queer woman, according to her friend on Twitter, who has pictures with her. So her being queer, she could probably relate to other queer people in the house, like Sam and Izzy. That's helpful. She has a lot of friends who are people of color, and there are some color in this cast. I think that's going to help her. And I think she can relate to some of the boys. So, I mean, hey, I have hope for her. I think the cast is going to be okay for her because I think for some people, they're going to have a hard time. And I think she's one of the more neutral people where it's like, she could probably get along with everyone here and be good. Yeah. So hopefully she does. She's planning to play socially. So that's good. But hey.
I think she said a lot of good things. Like she said that she plans to lie because she's a brand strategist. She plans to lie about being a brand strategist. She wants to win comps and play a good social game. The only thing about my sister Blue,
what?
The answers was given scripted and coached, y'all.
I think that's what she was rushing. She was rushing. She was literally standing up.
I think she is a last minute alternate. So it gave, they picked her real quick. They said, "Girl, give us what you got." And she said, "Look, y'all not replacing me in this motherfucker." Because I loved the answers. But it gave like I said, it just gave scripted. It did. It gave like she's saying this for the preseason energy, but I do think I am going to love her personality in the game. I do think her social ability will work well because she seems like, I feel like I would naturally gravitate towards her. A lot of the people outside of the game are loving her just on first watch. Like I'm going through her Instagram, the TikTok. She looks like a mother. This is a potential mother, y'all. So I do think that my fear is that if she is saying what she's saying in preseason for show, can she bring that in the game? And that's my only fear. Is she actually a fan? Is she actually going to be able to strategically and socially maneuver the game like she's saying she will preseason? Because it can't just be for show. Y'all remember Alyssa, BB24? Like she said a lot of things of like, oh, I plan on doing this and making an alliance and getting it to the end and playing the best game. Like people say just the right things to get in. So I don't know.
That's why I wonder if she's a fan. First of all, she's the daughter of 2 Korean immigrants, so shout out to that. Love the representation, period. It's interesting because she posted on her Instagram a screenshot of June's song. June's song was like, "Girl, don't let me down." And she screenshotted it and posted it. She was like, "Don't worry, I won't." And it's like, I don't know if that's because you know who June's song is and you're a fan, or because she just said, "Don't let me down." And you're like, oh, or, well, her friend, whoever is posting for her, of course. But it's like, it seems like maybe she knows who June's song is, or she could have just watched all the seasons. Who knows? But if her friend is posting this, she didn't speak to her friend in Sequester when she probably watched the show. So she probably knew of the show before that. I don't know.
Somebody know who June is.
So maybe she was a fan, but we don't really know because the answers, first of all, the questions were trash a little bit.
They were.
So she didn't really get to answer a lot, but hopefully she's somewhat of a fan. She knows somewhat of the game. We can get into it.
They really pulled her out of her hotel room today and said, "Girl, you on."
Literally, she was in front of the hotel wall.
Record, bitch, it's recording. It's red. Like, go.
She was standing up. She had to, it was a lot. Okay, boom.
And she served. They gave her a 1 minute in a dream and she served.
Period. Okay, Lee.
Girl, my next pick. I think this might be a shock. I don't know. But I'm going with Miss Riley.
Oh.
I'm going with Riley. I like Riley. I think Riley is someone, I don't know, when she was speaking, I liked her personality a bit. She seems like someone that could be set up well socially, and she also seems like one of the few people who knows the game, even if it's just casually. Personally, I feel like I don't know where she's going to go, because, if we're just being frankly honest, her archetype has not been doing well recently. So I don't really know how it's going to go for her. She also really doesn't have anyone similar to her off first bat. I think that she could be someone, she could be a potential showman. So, she's young, she's pretty. And that could potentially help her depending on how this season goes. I just think she's a middle of the road type of person. And she seems like she's kind of gonna stay basically in the middle of the road. But I don't know. I don't get like Alyssa vibes. There's a lot of shade to Alyssa B24, but I don't get Alyssa vibes. I get someone who is gonna be a little bit more aware.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a little bit more aware. Something about her just screamed, I would never win a jury vote. So that's why I stayed far away. But that's not all there is to the game of Big Brother, and who really ever knows. So I think this is an okay pick, especially for how far we're in the draft. Like, she's not a top pick, no shade. But I don't think it was that bad because she says she's a casual fan, basically. My family watched it. And having any type of awareness of the game is always good, I feel. And I don't think she's going to flop. Like, I mean, I think she has options on some people she can relate to. But one thing that I was like might be an issue is she doesn't really, unless America is going to be someone she can relate to, she doesn't really have an immediate, girl's girl, So it's like, if you don't have no girl's girl, are you going to be able to do anything? Like, and Alyssa without a girl's girl, it's like, baby, you finna flop.
Somebody in the chat keep bringing up Felicia, and y'all are gonna
come in. Can you wait?
She's coming.
Damn. So yeah, it just I don't know how I felt about that.
Someone saying she giving Aaron vibes. Y'all need to stop. I'm gonna regret this pick if it's giving Aaron.
I don't know if it's giving Aaron, and you can't predict that.
Lee. I hope it's not giving Aaron.
You can't predict that, Lee. It's okay. Okay, child. My next pick. Ooh, it's giving I need another man. You just hogged the man.
You can't do what she deserves. Look.
Okay, y'all. I'm gonna just tell y'all my thoughts. I have a woman in mind, and I have a man in mind. The woman in mind is higher on the list because she's a woman. The man is less higher on the list, and honestly, I don't think either of them is gonna gag me for real. You know what? I need to pick a man. My issue.
You don't need to pick a man. Pick what you want.
I'm conflicted. So to end the confliction, that thing, it was what and what. To end the confliction, I'm kind of like, okay, I want to pick a man.
Is this Chappelle in the comments? Because he is riding hard for Felicia. I'm sick.
Oh my God. Look. She's going to come.
When she win it all, it's going to be egg on our face for real.
Let's say this. She's not getting picked last. Know that. Run that. Girl, y'all. This next pick is like, am I for real? I'm for real.
It is him.
I'm going to pick Matt, y'all. Now, let me tell you why.
Okay.
Let me tell you why. I will say I didn't hate him. And I'm getting at the point of the list where it's like, oof. But I didn't hate him. I didn't love him because I felt like he was missing a lot of things. I was like, it was given scripted, remember? Yeah. So I wasn't confident. But he said he wanted to win the first HOH, hopefully get invited into an alliance. He's someone who I think, unfortunately, a lot of people probably would like his personality, just because people like chill people like people who don't give a fuck. So I think he might actually get a lot of people who want to be his friends. I could see Jag or Jared. I could see a boys group wanting to just naturally be his friend. And I can also see some of the girls, Riley or America, being like, that's my man, my man, my man. So if he gets in a position where he has my bros, and my mans on the other side, it's like, I mean, Matt's going to be good. And he can get to the end, win comps, and win the game. And he's allegedly a fan. He says he's a fan. So, I mean.
Well, he says he's a decent fan that watched during his free time, but he works out and trains a lot. So he doesn't have a lot of time to actually watch. So I would not really consider him a real fan.
Yeah. He's alleged.
I like that. I like that. Like, he's one of our first Def House guests. He's an Olympiad. Like, he has a lot to him that's going to be interesting. He can read lips.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say more? I did cut you off. My bad, girl.
No, that was literally it. I didn't have anything else to say.
I don't know what he's going to give. I feel like he perfectly described Tyler Crispin's strategy in BB20. He wants to win the first HOH. He wants alliances to come to him. He doesn't want to win too many challenges to come off a threat, but he doesn't want to come off as a floater either. He wants to be socially well. I think he said everything correctly. It just, I don't know if he is the player to actually be able to put the money where the mouth is at. He does seem like someone that people are gonna like. You know, he has an interesting story, and if he does win competitions, people are gonna want to be on his team. But like, I just don't. Like, I think like, I look at him and I see Tyler, but I don't know if he's gonna be able to really embody that strategy fully, because like I said, I don't think that he is as much of a fan as he's saying.
Yeah,
he's only saying
he's not even saying he's that much of a fan.
saying,
so honestly,
so I mean, I don't really know what is it fully going to give. But I mean, I honestly think he can do well.
Yeah, I think he's likable, social is average. honestly, who you got next? I'm interested because I don't know.
Next pick,
Felicia finally.
Kirsten. Y'all, she's late. Man. Y'all, she's late. I'm sorry, she's late.
My people would it was either Kirsten or Matt. It was either Kirsten or Matt for me. But honestly, I'll let you talk. You picked her.
I like Kirsten. I think she has a face card for days. But what she said in her interview, it just didn't give. Simply, like, what she mentioned was she wants to get into an early alliance and basically steamroll it from there. But she didn't give that she was a fan. She didn't seem like she knew too much about the game. She didn't mention really any past players.
So beautiful.
But she's gorgeous.
Somebody said in the chat, she
is, y'all. Every single time she popped up on my screen, I had to question my sexuality. She is gorgeous. Beautiful. So I think that alone, the face card is probably going to get her the top 5.
Talk about cash up in the cash prize. She doesn't know what. That's my girl. I'm sticking beside her.
And you know what? Other than the thing is, though, you know, she's a molecular biologist. So I'm like, you know, clearly she has some smarts on her. She's 25. That's the average. Like, that most people in this cast are 25. A lot of people are in that age range. I do think there's a lot of people that she can mesh well with. I mean, people in the cast, I can see her bonding with Riley, America, of course, Nicole, Jared, Blue. I can see her being set up socially. I can see her getting into a showmance. Someone said Matt and Kirsten, which honestly, I see it. You know, she's Barbie, he's just Ken. I don't know. I see it. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I don't see winner, but I can hopefully, if she is in the game, let's say, like, for example, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, if she aligns with McCole, now McCole gives strategists. McCole gives, she gonna be in the game. Okay, now if she can, you know, pass some of that over to Kirsten, maybe we'll be okay. But like, honestly, it's giving me, if I have to compare it, Zakiya. Someone who's like, I will say the thing is, Zakiya was more of a casual fan, but like, it's still just like, okay, what are you going to bring in the full on game? And I wasn't sure, but I like her. I love her. I can't wait to see her on feeds. I can't wait to just see her in the game. I'm rooting for her all day.
Period. Y'all, we down to 4.
She's not last.
I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna pick Red.
Red before Felicia. Get on them, chat. The
reason I'm picking Red instead of Felicia is because Red said, I'm a fan. Felicia didn't say it once.
Girl, and that was a lie.
Sorry. At least he lied. I'm trying to pick the winner. You need to lie. No, but honestly, Red said he was a fan. I don't think he was lying. He literally said, I'm a casual fan. Ain't watched in years. Woo. He seemed, honestly, he didn't seem like nobody was going to hate him. He seemed like people might like him. He seemed like he can be social. I saw his TikTok. He has 500,000 on TikTok. Somebody likes him. So y'all can't say he can't win Big Brother. You can't just get 500K on TikTok without being something. I don't know. But I mean, the last couple of picks, there wasn't much for me. But Red, I just feel like I want to lose. Baby, it's Red, Lizzie, or Luke. Like, I don't know, or Felicia. Like, but anyways, honestly, he was a fan. He said, I want to be adaptable. He said, I can't go in with a strategy because I need to figure out what's going on in the game first. That's a great answer. Sorry.
Yeah. I think it was definitely a great answer. It's just, for him, I have this answer because I don't watch the show. They saw I have 600K TikTok followers.
I don't think you can think of that unless you know what the show is. So.
Still. I mean, I mean,
he's still not that girl.
Like, I mean, I definitely didn't see it. I definitely didn't see it. I have no idea what he's gonna do in this game. I don't really have an opinion on him, honestly.
Yeah.
I hate to say it. I hope I don't
Maybe
sound
even
ridiculous.
dead last, baby. You know who dead last, or you should know who's dead last.
You should. But look, Chappelle, worry no more, because baby, I'm picking Felicia. I'm picking Felicia. Yes, yes, yes. Honestly, I feel like pencil Felicia in to like top 3. My mother, she will be there. She will. I think of course the downside is that in her interview it gave, look, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. So I don't know how that is going to go. But look, we've seen worse. Like, I remember Tiffany's preseason. I mentioned this last time a lot. Tiffany preseason, we didn't get much at all. And then she went in there and she was a mother. Mm-hmm. So I mean, Felicia could go in there and give mother. She can. Yeah. I see it. And I honestly just don't think that. I mean, this is a social game. I don't really see anyone in these earlier weeks feeling like she has to go. I do hope, like I said, there's more equitable comps, because a lot of times what's stopping someone like Felicia from winning against her younger competition is competition wins. If she is able to win a HOH here or there, win a veto if she needs to, people are going to see her as a useful ally. So I'm really hoping that she is able to do that. I hope, because they're casting someone that's 63, that they have comps that are equitable for a 63-year-old. Like I said, no hanging comps, no running comps, none of that bullshit. Okay, like, it needs to be something that any regular person can go in there and win. Since honestly, this looks like a regular cast of people. Looks like a very, like, the age range and things like that. Like, I feel like that matches with America, really. So I'm excited. I think that she's going to be fun on the feeds. I think that honestly, she can have some social relationships. People are going to want to probably trust her, want to work with her, want to talk with her. Well, not want to work with, but want to talk with her. And those type of social bonds get people far. So, like I said, pencil her in for Final 3, baby. Who's taking Miss Felicia out?
Period.
And when she kills them at the wall comp, period. Look, if she does that and gang me up, baby, look.
Take it all back. Take it all back. Y'all, these are the last 2.
Shut up, Chappelle.
Okay, these are the last 2, y'all. It's either Luke. Who is Luke? It's either Luke. Damn, I can't move him. I'm so sorry. Or Izzy, right?
Luke or Izzy?
Izzy.
You gonna leave me with Luke?
I
think you should take.
What am I gonna do?
He's enough. Take him. He's enough for you. Take him.
They're in the chat. Not Izzy. Izzy
Why
is
the girls hate Izzy? Why the girls hate Izzy?
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't seen much, but based off what I saw, I didn't like Izzy either. Yeah. I didn't like Izzy. Okay. I also didn't like Luke. I also didn't like Luke that much.
I think one has potential over the other. I'll just say that.
I feel like, me personally, I feel like in this cast, Izzy has people Luke has people who he can relate to based on literal the color of his skin. But Izzy has people she can relate to based on deeper things. Izzy is a lesbian, at least. She didn't confirm, but she likes girls. And there's other queer people in the cast. She has Sam, who is, and so is Blue. There's also, like, Izzy is younger, and so Blue. But Izzy's younger, so Izzy has the opportunity to relate to some of these other younger people. So I don't know, but I just feel like Luke is a man. Yeah. So it's like at the end of the day, Luke is a man. Luke is a straight white man. So it's like,
and more of them have one big brother. So I think you should choose him. And
more of them have one big brother. But honestly, I just want to pick Izzy. Izzy was higher on my list.
So you leaving me with Luke?
Izzy was higher on my list. I mean,
the only reason why
they're both equally, in my opinion.
One of the things about Izzy that I just don't get is that she was saying that she wants to lay low, she wants to observe people to fit in socially, which I think that those are things that she can do. But then she just mentions like she wants to turn it up and be a comp beast at the end, and that is not a solid strategy. You don't know what those competitions are going to give. You really do not, and she is not the archetype that fits to be the one to win all of those competitions. Also, for her to then say she's watched January 2023 and that she has rewatched every season, I know
Twice. She
that's a
said she's seen the
motherfucking lie.
season. She said she's seen every season twice.
She's seen
Izzy's a liar.
every she started watching the show in January 2023, and she's seen every season twice. Baby, that is a bold-faced lie I've ever seen. When you're not gonna sit up here and tell that lie, Izzy, and then go smile on our face while she said it. So she might eat up like that. It just, I feel like honestly, it didn't seem like just from initial reactions how well she would fit into the cast. And like I said, it doesn't seem like a lot of the fans are taking a liking to her. If that relates in the game, she could definitely give an early out. It just seems like she was giving general basics, run of the mill, surface level answers. And then she lied in our face. So I was like, that girl's a liar.
Yeah, literally. Child, they say
But
Luke is giving. They say Luke is giving. He's gonna start drama. He's gonna start some drama. He's gonna be extra. Luke basically said, "I'm gonna be extra" in most of his videos. So it's like he's probably just gonna.
I don't know. Like he mentioned, he wants to be a lovable himbo, but he plans to still be cunning, be on his toes because he knows that's what the game about. But he also mentioned like he don't want to tell people that he's a Sagittarius because Sagittarius are fire signs, and I don't want to be known for causing chaos. And usually when people say they don't want to be known for something, that's exactly what the fuck they are. He just gave me, like I said, Ken. Like if y'all watch the Barbie movie, like that's what he gave me. I don't think that he is going to be on planet Earth. Basically, I don't think he's going to be in the game. I just literally rewatched BB11 Brayden vibes, and he was the first person out of the season. That's what Luke gives me, Brayden vibes, or David from BB15, also the first person out of the season. So Luke is giving first boot. I hate that I got him first. I don't know unless he goes in because he made it seem like he has this strategic undertone that he might be able to turn on. If he is able to actually do that, then maybe he could pull some people in because he doesn't seem like a threat. He just doesn't seem, like I said, all the way there when it comes to just.
And I think he's gonna eventually. He just seems like someone who's gonna eventually want to do something. Like I just can't sit here, and then he's gonna fuck up his whole game, or he's just gonna do that early, play too hard early. So I don't necessarily see it for him.
Oh, someone said they feel like someone from Pharaoh's team is gonna win. I mean,
that's the, okay. Who team you think got the winner? Who team you got the winner in the chat? Everybody blow it up. Is Pharaoh gonna win or is Lee gonna win again?
I mean, looking at it, I feel honestly, I would say you.
I think you got. I wanted Haisam and I wanted Jag.
I really on your team only wanted McCole.
Period. And I wanted Haisam and I wanted Jag on your team. America, I kind of wanted, but I'm okay with not having. But yeah, you had some people I wanted. You did. Boom.
I don't know. I'm really excited for this season. Like the thing is, looking at this cast, I don't know who is going to mesh. I feel like honestly, let's break it down. The one thing that the girls are always concerned about or worried about, or is it going to happen, is a cookout. Now we saw BB23, the cookout happened. BB24, it did not. I feel like this season, the thing is, it's never going to be another full cookout. But I see Jared, McCole, Felicia, and Kirsten having some sort of understanding. I don't see it being like how it was last season at all. I don't think it's necessarily going to be an alliance. It shouldn't be, because if they get clocked, girl, it's over. But I can see them all being like, look, we see each other.
We good.
I also can see a women's alliance. America, Riley, Blue, McCole. These seems like very game-oriented women. No one mentioned the girls' alliance, which is interesting. Usually we always get a mention of a girls' alliance. No one mentioned it, but I could see it, because I will also say, if there's a showmance, the only eligible two men are Jared and Matt. And Jared said he doesn't want one, and I don't really know who Matt would go with. So it could be no showmances at all, which who knows how these divisions are gonna go at all.
Luke is Luke not single? Is Luke not single?
Oh, you know what? Luke is eligible.
Oh, okay.
I guess Jag is too.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
I can definitely see Luke linking up with somebody.
I don't really see Corey with nobody.
Or Matt. I can see Luke or Matt really linking up with someone. But it doesn't give showman. To me, it gives a honestly POC kind of situation, because I feel like Blue and Jag would relate well to like Jared or each other, or also Jared or maybe even America, or Kirsten and Nicole and McCole. So I just feel like, damn, their names, Kirsten and McCole. God. Anyways, I see these people kind of relating to each other, so I kind of see that. I also see kind of like a I don't even know how to call it, but Bowie and Izzy, they both do music. Izzy's an R&B singer. Bowie works with in like a band, or no, she's a DJ. She works in a DJ group of people. So it's like those musician type of people. They can link up. They might be able to relate well to like a Cameron. So I can see a lot of different factions, and maybe not just a big ass group, but maybe a lot of different factions. So, child,
who's given like, who do you see as the first boot pre-jurors?
Honestly, like pre-jurors, I think it's gonna be someone. I think it's gonna be one of our first picks, and we didn't even know it. Honestly, randomly one of our first picks, and then also like a Luke or a Red.
Red going early. I can see Izzy going early too. I don't know.
I can see Izzy going early too. I don't know though, because if we're basing it off of recency, if we're basing it off of recent seasons, it's like the first boot was Travis, which I guess that would be Luke or Matt. And then in 24, it was not tech. You can't really count Paloma. Who went home after Paloma? I forgot.
Pooch.
So a boy, Matt or Luke. It was like an alpha type of boy, honestly. So if we keep up that, it could be Matt or Luke. Hopefully it's Luke. If I had to say who I want it to be Luke.
I just know I need that Blue McCole Kirsten link up real nasty. Honestly, throw America in that too.
Yeah, I agree.
That'll be a nasty link up. I would love that.
Secretly, because people don't need to know. People do not need to know. Boom. Yes. Do y'all have any questions for us? Any thoughts in the chat? It's giving. I'm actually very, very excited. Be with us on the premiere. We're going live after the premiere. We're gonna chat about the premiere on Wednesday. And every Tuesday, every Thursday, make sure y'all are with us too, because maybe we're going live then too. Yeah. So definitely get into it. We're going to be covering the season. Be on the lookout for extra content, because we definitely plan on giving y'all some extra content throughout the season, period. I know that's the fuck right. And boom. Lee, any more thoughts?
I mean, honestly, I don't have much. Like, I'm ready to see this. I'm ready to see.
Do you feel like they were trying to hint at some of the twists throughout like the interviews and stuff? Because it seemed like what question they asked, like one very particular question. I forgot what it was, but Luke's answer they showed, or was it Matt's answer? Anyway, they asked him, they were like, it's the 25th season. What kind of different twist do y'all think is going to happen? And that's when they started mentioning like different types of comps. Someone mentioned, we think y'all are going to bring in old twist and some new twist. And they kept showing people say old twist and new twist. And it's like, y'all finna give some new bullshit. I don't know. Like,
I think I'm definitely, if that is the twist, like combination of previous twists, I think this cast, like, I'm excited to see this cast tackle this game. Like, I honestly, I think it's going to be a pretty good season. I have a lot of optimism. Yeah, I like
it. Then we good. I know that's the fuck right. Right. That was a good little draft pick. Love that for us. Y'all, we'll see y'all throughout the season. Like I said, keep a lookout, because we're going to be here, honestly, all the time, period. Make sure y'all subscribe. Please share. Please like. Please get into it or whatever. Turn your notifications on if your notification's not on, because, baby, you might need it. You might need to know. Right. Follow us on Twitter and all other social media at Reality Kingdom. And, baby, we finna be out. Period. Thank y'all.